All right, so I went online and I found some instructions finally to sort out why we're missing a couple pieces. You know, why it was so flimsy when I was, working on the edges. Obviously, I knew I was missing some brackets, but I just couldn't figure out why there were so few bolts and nuts. So what's actually happened is the bolts I put on the front of the car, or sorry, in front of the trailer, were actually missing. So me guessing to just use whatever for those was a bad idea. So what I've done is I had a project from before where I had some extra M10 bolts and a couple lock nuts, and I just basically swapped them out. So they're a little bigger than what was in the bag, but doesn't hurt anything. The size of the holes are there, 1.5 bigger, right? So they're back in. That's been swapped out. And then the next piece to go in, don't have to take anything apart, luckily. I did things sort of a little bit out of order, but these guys, these brackets here, we have 4 of those, which we can use on each of the corners. And then basically they just have bolts on the bottom that hooks it to the bottom of the trailer, and then the other bolt hooks the top kind of row of, what do we call this, walls to it. So I'm going to go and put those on now, and then we're going to start assembling the frame for the canopy. So they just go this way between those 2 holes. Of course, I'm back into trying to fish it in a very tight area. We'll see how we can do with this. Oh, nightmare for sure. What I'm going to do is I'll take this back off. See if we can get a reach to bolts. Actually, pull pins out, which might be a good idea in this case. Should have done this before. Yeah, that'll let me get in there much easier. Let's look on doing that. Through. There's the washer. Still not great. It's still very difficult. Thing to reach. So you'll have to see how I can do this. Definitely a bit of a design mistake, I'd say, doing it this way, but I've checked and they go this direction. We can get these started. It should be good. Wow. this wrench. To get started by fingers. Don't want to be taking these off very often. Wait, I'm being an absolute idiot. Can I move these? No, because I screwed them down. Well, that was stupid once again on my part. I thought I'd be able to just squeeze these in. But I might have to take the flaps on the sides off, or the walls on the sides off. It is difficult. Okay, one more. Start one more time. It's going to be difficult, but we can do this. Come on. I'm going to say no, so that's not going to work. We're going to have to take the sides off, unfortunately. Oh well. No, maybe not do that. Stripping it. Amazing how the little things. I thought this would be a very easy project. But yeah, bottom line, read the instructions. Don't be an idiot. Just a little longer. Maybe they're not. See it through here. It's just not easy. I'm able to get the bolt right to it. I just can't get any pressure. There we go. I have to do it with my fingers, fortunately. Should anyone have tips for this sort of thing? How do you get things threaded in a very small place? Oh, almost have it. Oh, they got her. Yeah, I got her. Okay, good. That'll be one then. Wait a minute. Let's try the top one. Strange, some of these, the top ones they didn't say to use washers on them. The bottom ones, I don't understand why, but that's fine. It's easier, I guess. Maybe it's so you can take them on and off easily. I don't know. This one is much easier. I got this one. You're ready to go. Yeah, it's just odd. Way of doing it, I guess. No. I put it in the wrong spot. I'm wondering why it was so wiggly. I'm quite tired. Yeah. So that's why it was so easy, because I'm an idiot. Try this again. Loosen up it. Just so that it will fit. Okay. Now this one still does look quite easy, even though it's difficult to reach. There we go. I'm in the right spot? Yes, I did. All right. There we go. Yeah, maybe they're not the strongest ever, but that feels, it's just going to blow away. Cool. Well, I'll bring you back when I've got the other four on. It'll just be more of the same. Me screwing things up. Well, I have the brackets on this side now. Certainly seems, less wobbly. It flexes quite a lot. But it doesn't feel like it's just going to snap right off, or that these screws on the bottom are going to not be enough to hold it. So I think the next part is I'll button it up, put the back on, and we'll start working on the canopy. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is put the 4 pillars to support the canopy. I'm hoping this isn't too high with the wind and everything else. It looks like it's going to have to sit about there. Hopefully it's not an issue having this above the other one. Once again, there's not really any instructions, but it does feel very sturdy, especially when it's all strapped together, so I don't think structurally it'll be a problem. Just depends if it gets too hot, top heavy or not. So we'll try that. Okay, and then next we have to do the back piece, which looks like it should be much higher up than it's going to be. So what we'll do is we'll put these in here, a couple of nuts, bolts, and lock washers. And this is supposed to go up the front. I guess they put more support. It looks like it goes, oh, I can see exactly where it goes. It looks like it goes there. When I put it this way, with the groove part towards the back. Critters and things. Let's see how this works. Okay, so we put this one in the back here. It's supposed to give support. Washer and a nut. The other side. Nut. Lock washer. Nut. Start. And then the next one we need to do is to start putting the arches on. There. And this one here. Yeah, it probably can go higher, but until we get used to driving around the trailer, I'd rather just leave it a little low for now and see how it works. And putting it so that the curve is at the front, because I'm assuming that you don't want it ripping the material that's the cover. Let's tighten that up. Next we can do the back arch on the trailer. More nuts and bolts. Lock washer, nut, fingersnakes. Okay, and the next thing is we have to put, basically, it's called the rafters, or what should we call it, but basically pieces of metal go that way. I think there's 5 of them. And they go from the front to the back, not sure, but it looks, not sure which side they go. They go hopefully underneath or hopefully the top. Expect them to go underneath. Do the middle one first. The middle one at this end. Not quite sure. There's a smarter way to do this, but I don't think so. Just on top? No. So we have to go for it. Oh, it is. Yes. This is difficult. Sturdy. That's not what I want to do. So get that straight. I should have brought 2 nuts and bolts with me. Walk down the other end and put them in there while the other one's still attached. But these were someone to help me, but I got today. Put these here, I'm on the way by. Try that again. Hopefully I can get my arm walk down. Not bending too much. Alright, also I want to do a bit before. I just did it, so do it again. Yeah, and then out with this handle. And I'm hoping I'm going to do this. Yes, that's kind of all right. I know what to do. Try it again. What I'll do is I'll put a piece of wood in the rest. Let's put this here. Hopefully, I'll just kind of drive that. There we go, that'll work. Put it further down. Like that. Of course I can't reach this. Should get another one. Alright, let's try this the third time. Third time's a charm, right? Starting up here. Alright, that's a start. It's barely on. I don't need it to be barely on. So let's do the other end. Pop this here. Hopefully bring this up. Just go down. It's on like 2 twists. Just hold for now. Be oh dear. There we go. 1 inch. The other end. It's barely on there. And let's set this. So that's good. That's good. I feel better now. So that's a good system to do. Rest at the one end. Let's tighten her up. It's actually very solid. It's not even attached. I'm trying to figure out how to attach this. So it looks like it attaches in this area. What I'm guessing. That looks like it there. So, what I will do is I'll lift it up, force it in, each corner like that. All right, the next thing we're going to do is try to put this tarp or cover on it. Sort of plastic vinyl cover thing. It comes with some springs, which I found a bungee cord type material. Which I'm not sure how that works, but we'll have to figure that out. 4 springs. I assume that goes over the loops. We just gotta look at how to do that. Well, I guess first what we'll do is I don't see very well in the instructions where the springs go and how these loop up. So I'm going to lay this on top. It's obviously going to tie at the bottom. So let's just stretch this out over top and see what it looks like. Kind of cool. Fitting. Well, don't need to go much higher, put it that way. Let's say that works though. Thing is, they wouldn't have, if it wasn't supposed to be this high, they wouldn't have given, why would they give you a second set of, you know, we call it tie ends. So I think this will be all right. And I think we just feed these in and out. Let's see. We snap it a little with the compression with this thing. Latch, I don't know. Just a little bit tight on one side. But not bad. Probably a little more room on this side than that. Yeah. So I guess that's how it works. Just don't understand the springs on it. I don't see anything in the pictures or the diagrams to show you where to put the springs. Well, maybe each spring goes on this. I wonder if that's what it does. So the spring probably goes through the hole instead of putting a lock or something. So I don't really worry about keeping it locked. But there's 4 of these, so I'm guessing you would just put them through this hole here and work it this way around. 2 of them through this way. You'd have to have 4 ropes, I guess. Oops. So let's try that. Take a look at our rope and see what we have. It's difficult when there's not the best instructions. It's a little bit like an IKEA where, you know, using a lot of pictures. Okay, good. So we've got a short one, which I guess is going to be the front, back. 2 of them. Do I have 4? No, I don't. So why is there only 2? Ah, I see. So this one will go along the back. You won't snap that, and the other one will just fish away around the rest of the whole thing, which is how you get your 4 straps, of course. All right. And you just tie a knot on the end of these once we get those through. So let's set that up. So I'm assuming they're going to do this. And then one in the front, one in the back, one in the front. Those keep fishing in and out. Back. In. I don't know if that's. Oh, this way, this way. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, from the back to the front. Front side to the back side of this. Back side to the front side. And we'll just repeat this all the way around. And then this one. Okay, so that works well. A little bit on this side. A little less on this side. Right. Just make sure there's a simple. Tie a knot in it. So I'm probably going to tie it quite near the end, close to the end of it, because we want to stretch it down over each one of the little knobs. Whatever, kind of a hook or whatever it is. Yeah, it's a knob. I'm not going to do much more than just do a couple. Actually, I'm going to do just one knot. Seems to not slide, so see how that works. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Just hold on a minute, maybe. Do the other one. Should probably melt the ends of these, but we'll see. I don't think I'm going to fray that much, but maybe I'll tape them after or glue them. Here's the other rope. Or bungee, I guess. Pre-bungee rope. This one's going in nicely. I'm going to use some tape on the end of that. It's just sort of a bit frayed looking. Doesn't cost anything, well, except for a piece of tape, so who cares? Alright, I'm going to tie this close to the end as possible. Get this go like that. Let's poke him through. Oh, wait. I'm going to do this. 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 And this. That's fine. Poking through. A little piece of tape for it. Sure, you can buy some sort of thing that takes care of this, but well, professionally, then there's no point. I could probably dip it in wax or dip it in plastic or who knows what. But it doesn't matter, it's just a trailer. Okay. Now we got, yeah, that's not going anywhere. So technically, well, I'm guessing, we should be able to put these down these. Like that. I wonder if you can, you know, cinch it in or something like that to make it There's a bit of space there, so maybe we can do this. Keep it down, pull it tight, and then it squeezes it back. There we go. Yeah, at least that won't blow up. Kind of, it's okay. And the same on the side. We'll close her up. If it will. Hoping this fits. Yeah, there we go. It's quite tight. Might do that. No, let's see if I can. It's a bit too tight. Undo this again. Just around the corner. There, that. Give it some more space. Seems like this one's really not twisted. There. I think once I get the position. Quite odd. I think I might break this. It's not pulling. We'll try that side last. Fit here first. Well, this side, probably not. I'm thinking it's too low. I'm thinking this is supposed to go up higher. I think, try raising this a little bit. You know, there's little nuts or bolts that it's kind of trying to clear. Maybe if I have it there, quite tight. Yeah. So this is technically a little bit too low. So I probably should have raised the whole thing up one notch. To make it proper height. For now, let's pretend it's one thing higher. Yeah, I should just snap in again. Didn't. This time I'll watch my fingers. Assuming that's how it goes. I don't really know. An angry watch. Pull this here, open this latch. That makes sense. I'm trying to, it's very durable, this material. Whatever it is. So let's put these hooks on here. What I'm gonna do is put one here. So go around in a second. Hooks on both corners. It's supposed to be under that. Feel it. Run into the back of the trailer. So I'm squeezing this over again now that it's done up. These are obviously too long. These hooks. Pull these things down a bit. The front of that one, back over this one, back over this one, front, back, front. That's it. Pull this down a bit. We can loosen these. But anyway, this one over here, that one over there. Here. Tight, but it's doing it. So I'm trying to pull this down. So yeah, taking a look at the trailer, I think we're all done now. It's got the cover, it's got everything connected. Not too sure about these little corner things, but I mean, it's not supposed to be Fort Knox, you know. I guess if you're stopping at a hotel overnight, you'd have to be a little concerned that there's anything valuable in there. But certainly if you stop for lunch or, you know, you're on the highway, this feels very solid. The material is really not going to go anywhere. I think these need to come down a little bit with the bunching, but it's not going to stay like that for long. Doesn't matter. But yeah, it's quite the solid feeling trailer. So I think that's where we're going to end it for today. And maybe start looking at getting it hooked up to a car. I'm really interested in hearing your thoughts and comments. If you'd like to continue to follow me in this journey, please consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.